It's party time! Woohoo! Yeah! Oh, yeah!
Viva Pinata!
Viva, viva, pinata, yada, yada!
There's a place where everything's sweeter. Step on the candy, oxygen meter. Meet all the candy-filled creatures. Party animals! All pinatas love to dance. Feel the music start to prance. Boogie like they're dancing our pants.
Welcome to picturesque Pinata Island. In its many gardens, all manner of pinatas live, dance, and dream that one day they will be chosen to entertain at a party as only pinatas can. Well, most pinatas, that is.
How fun!
Shake it, shake it, shake it. Like a party animal.
Break it, break it, break it.
Like a party animal.
Shake it, shake it, shake it.
Like a party animal.
Break it, break it, break it, break it, break it.
Love to rock and love to bounce. But it's what's inside that counts. Delicious candy in large amounts. Party animals. So grab a stick and take a swing. Do the pinata thing. Come to the place where party is king. Viva Pinata!
Carl and Damon here from Brrraains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial.com for short, and it's they made what into a TV series. Well, we did season 1, so we have to start season 2. It's season 2 of Viva Pinata, beginning with episode 1, and the formula doesn't change. 2 segments, unrelated, short stories that are as forgettable as always. What are you going to do?
Yep.
This is a terrible tribute and Pester the Pinata, airing on November 17th, 2007. For clarity, I guess, if you are wondering why in the next episode, which we will cover, episode 2, he in particular looks different, or we both look different, it's because we've had to go back and re-record this episode because the damn file got corrupted. So we'd already done this episode, second time of watching it, second time of doing notes, didn't enjoy it anymore. So, segment 1, a terrible tribute. We get a new intro with a variation on the theme. It's the same theme, but it's just a new intro more than anything else. But that is unfortunately the only thing new about this season.
Still skip it.
It's more, still more, absolutely. It's more the same as begin with a Hudson story. The Hustachio is having his teeth attended to by Dr. Quackberry, an event that no one would like to go through, but also results in his fucking eye being taken out. Why did it have these creepy scenes like this?
Yeah, I suppose it's just trying to show that they are pinatas, so they have, I don't know.
Yeah, but they're alive and their eyes are popping out and stuff like that. It's weird. However, it's all a sham as Hudson is sent to a show called This Is Your Life. It's a reflection on his life, and Hudson doesn't want to be part of it, even with all the pinatas in the audience cheering him on. So it's something intriguing. Now, Hudson normally loves to be the centre of attention.
Yep.
Why doesn't he want to be in the show? Mystery guests are brought in. That's why. The first is a gross Hustachio called Uncle Hoofy, who's like smelly and overweight and a bit, not crass because it's not that kind of show, just a bit like untactful.
Yeah.
You know? Hudson tries to run away as Hoofy reveals that Hudson was a nerdy kid and wet the bed. Laugh at Hudson.
Yeah.
His next guest is his high school girlfriend, Karina, who turns out to be ugly. Like the whole thing is like if it's Hudson's girl from high school, she's going to be hot and stuff like that. But she's ugly because she is a chocostrich, so the ostrich version of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's just mean. It's mean. She's not ugly.
No, yeah, exactly.
Pictures of their prom night are shown with Hudson feeling humiliated, and he manages to dodge a kiss from her. Finally, the next guest is somehow involved in his showbiz past, which causes Hudson to panic and escape. This is the important one. This is really the entire segment's important one.
Yeah.
The rest of the pinatas go out looking for him, hunting him down, and finding him in a tree. Every so often, it'll do this show. It'll do a little thing that makes me laugh. And you've got the dog, whatever pinata the dog one is, like tracking and being all like super Asian about it. And it just turns out he's in a tree above them.
Yep.
They speak to him, referencing his past, but Hudson reveals that his humiliating past doesn't bother him. It's like, okay, that's cool. It's not that, he doesn't see it as humiliation.
Yeah.
What bothers him is being exposed as a fraud. A fraud! We now flash back to when he was an understudy for Henderson Hustachio in the play Fiddler on the Hoof. Get it? Get it?
Yep.
On opening night, Hudson tripped Henderson as he went on stage and the pinata fell into a trombone. Unable to perform, Hudson took his place and his career was launched off the back of that. Even though it was an accident, Hudson still feels guilty and refuses to face up to it. I think that's a really good angle. A good little way you might feel guilty is your career got launched off the back of someone else's injury.
Yeah.
I could see that being a thing that happens to people in real life. Not falling into a trombone, but maybe having an accident backstage and they can't perform, so you take their place as you're the understudy, but you end up being blown up for that.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Quackberry has different ideas though, and Hudson ends up back on the couch as Henderson arrives, still stuck in the trombone. It's very weird.
Yeah, very odd.
Very weird. As Henderson starts to tell a story, Hudson freaks out and admits the truth. But once he's done, Henderson now reveals that, no, that wasn't how it went down. I didn't get tripped, I jumped. Henderson had seen Hudson's talent, and gripped by stage fright because he could see how good his understudy was, he decided to get out of the acting game and jump into the trombone. And that's that. A fun little twist.
Yeah.
Inspired, clearly.
I know.
Now exonerated, Hudson and Henderson sing a stage song about friendship and being dancing pistachios to end segment 1. Did you like the song at least?
No.
No.
It's a pretty basic episode, I mean,
it is what Viva Pinata is. It's hard to critique or criticize it either or anymore. Yeah. Because what do we expect at this stage? Nothing really.
Yeah, nothing.
I hope to be compelled. I hope to have a brief story that maybe, has something that makes me go, oh, that's quite clever.
Yeah.
But we're not finding that here at all. Because ultimately as well, it's not about Hudson. The whole message about Hudson facing up to something that's worried him for a long time and all that is irrelevant. Because it turns out he wasn't involved anyway.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm still hoping that the last episode of this season 2 is going to be either bloody murder of everyone, or there's going to be finally get sent to a party and it's going to end.
You mean Fergie?
Fergie will get sent to a party, and then that'll be, and then he'll be like, oh, that wasn't so bad.
I don't think it'll have an ending.
I don't think so either.
I don't think it'll have an ending.
It'll just be a standard episode,
and that'll be it. Continuing on though, segment 2, Pester the Pinata. We begin with Hudson showing the rest of the pinatas his new Stick 3000, which is the stick of choice to be beaten open with at parties. And I was like, oh my god, this season is going weird. Yeah. This was something that I noticed was different. There seems to be more conversations or more things related to them being pinatas.
Yeah.
And the fact that, everyone's really excited about the stick as well, except for Fergie, obviously, who's unimpressed. But, the others are like, let's hit Franklin with it. It was a bit spanky, though.
Yeah.
A little bit weird. This is being watched by Professor Pester, who has a new plan. Of course he does. It is to dress himself up as a baby, get inside a fake egg, and convince the pinatas that he is a baby so he can steal candy. What? Where did you even get this plan from?
Yeah.
It's not his best, put it that way.
No.
However, the ruffians obviously screw it up, spilling him down a hill, and when he crashes at the bottom, he has a big bump on his head and appears to have amnesia. He now believes he is an actual baby, and Fergie is his mother. The others, seeing who he is, freak out, so that did at least make me laugh, because it means his disguise would never have worked.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But realise they can take advantage of this. Paulie in particular, when he sees what I think is a gross, throbbing bump. It's gross looking. It's a throbbing bump, man. Fergie is not happy to be Pester's mother, though, but Paulie convinces the others that they should play along until they can work out how to get rid of him. Pester's demands and behaviour is driving Fergie mad, though, and he gets really upset when he realises there's no candy inside of him. So we've got this kind of silliness going inside the house of just Pester being a really naughty child, and Fergie really struggling with it. But then Pester finds out he's got no candy inside of him, so doesn't think he's a real pinata. Polly arrives and comes up with the idea of convincing Pester that he has candy inside of him so he can be sent to a party. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. Nothing works, and Pester refuses to go until he knows he is ready for a party. So cue a montage of attempts to fill Pester with candy, but nothing seems to work.
Nope.
Yeah. However, Paulie is able to eventually trick Pester, but before anything can happen, the ruffians break in and try to take him away. I did laugh at the fact that Fergie gets defensive here and actually rescues him, giving a rousing speech about being candy ready regardless. You're shaking your head. He just bought into it, Damon.
There's no need for this. There's no need for that bit. Okay, you spent the entire 2 minutes of convincing everyone how much you hate it, and then suddenly in 2 seconds, oh, he's my baby now. So come on, man. Seriously.
It's not 2 seconds, folks. I
Well,
disagree. It's a montage. So time had passed.
Well, I mean, they're like 7 minutes in the episode, so I'm going by episode time. Like 10 seconds in the episode.
Okay, I like it. I like the fact that Fergie gets Mike, my child, and runs after him. They are able to convince Pester to go to a party because of just being like, it's what's inside you, not about the candy. And you do get a funny scene where Fergie is almost convinced to go to a party with him, and then the hand of the Pinata Central slaps him across the face to break him out of it. Before Pester can be sent, though, the ruffians arrive, and Pester is bumped in the head again, turning him back to normal. We then get some back and forth as he switches between characters. Basically, the ruffians are bouncing on buttons, and Pester keeps getting his head banged. Poor guy's going to have concussion, man. And he keeps switching between characters. But finally, he and the ruffians are put in a cannonata and sent away. They end up landing in another part of the island. I was a bit confused by that. Why didn't they go to the party?
Yeah.
Why did he land on the island? And it seems that Pester's back to normal. Or is he? As it's now revealed that Pester thinks he's a ruffian to end their episode. Wah, wah, wah.
Why is he a ruffian for?
Because he banged his head.
I know, but he thought he was a baby, so...
You're overthinking this one.
I know.
No, well, we have to try and make something out of this because otherwise it's dry. Look, it's Viva Pinata. It's episode 1 of season 2. It is not a hot start. Neither are particularly interesting or compelling or not going to last long in the memory. Put it this way, like I said already, this is the second time I've had to do notes for this, and I had to do them again. Like, I couldn't have gotten away. Aside from, like, once the episode started, I was able to skip certain things in regards to the notes because I was able to sort of sum it up better than I did the first time round.
Yeah.
I had to do them again. That's how little. And we're only talking a couple of months ago that we recorded that original video.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Not great. It is Viva Pinata, and that was episode 1 of season 2. A terrible tribute and Pester the Pinata. You got any thoughts? You know what to do? Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website, where reviews, news, and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at GBHBL. Just search for GBHBL and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.